My name is Sophia, and if you had told me 5 years ago that my biggest family drama would revolve around my husband's stepmom treating my daughter like her own, I'd have laughed it off. But here I am, spilling my guts on Reddit because I need to know, am I overreacting, or is this as insane as it feels? Let me back up and paint the picture for you, because this didn't happen overnight. It crept in like fog on a chilly morning, thick and disorienting, until I couldn't see straight. I met my husband, Alex, in college. He was the quiet type, with a dry wit that made me snort laugh during lectures. We bonded over bad cafeteria food and late-night study sessions, and by senior year, we were inseparable. Alex came from a blended family. His dad, Robert, remarried when Alex was a teenager after his biological mom passed away from cancer. Robert's new wife, Victoria, was this glamorous woman in her late 40s back then. Think perfectly coiffed hair, designer outfits, and a laugh that could fill a room. She never had kids of her own, which Alex mentioned in passing, but it didn't seem like a big deal. Victoria was always polite during holidays, sending us fancy gift baskets and asking about our lives with that polished enthusiasm. Fast forward to our wedding 3 years ago. It was a small affair in a vineyard, intimate and romantic. Victoria was there, of course, beaming like she'd orchestrated the whole thing. She even pulled me aside during the reception, her eyes misty, and said, "Sophia, darling, I'm so thrilled to have a daughter-in-law like you. Family is everything." I hugged her, feeling warm and included. Little did I know that family, to her, meant something far more possessive. Our daughter, Lily, arrived a year later, a tiny bundle with Alex's dark curls and my hazel eyes. From the moment she was born, she became the center of our world. Alex took paternity leave, and we navigated those sleepless nights together, laughing through the exhaustion. Victoria visited the hospital, bringing an armload of gifts, a custom-embroidered blanket, organic onesies, and a silver rattle that probably cost more than our stroller. "She's perfect," Victoria cooed, holding Lily like a precious artifact. "Look at those cheeks. She's a granddaughter I've always dreamed of." I smiled, chalking it up to new grandma excitement. But as the weeks turned into months, her visits became more frequent. She'd show up unannounced with just a little something for Lily, toys, clothes, even a high-end baby monitor we didn't need. At first, it was harmless. Annoying, maybe, but harmless. I'd come home from work. I'm a graphic designer, freelancing part-time since Lily's birth, to find Victoria in our living room, rocking Lily and humming lullabies. "Oh, Sophia, I hope you don't mind. I let myself in with the spare key Alex gave Robert," she'd say with that saccharine smile. Alex brushed it off. "She's just excited, sophomore." She never got to have this with her own kids. But it started to grate on me. I'd find Lily dressed in outfits Victoria had bought, ones I hadn't chosen, and Victoria would comment on my parenting in subtle ways. "Babies need fresh air every day, dear. Have you taken her for a walk yet?" Or, "I read that screen time is terrible for infants. Better to read books like I do." By Lily's first birthday, things escalated. We planned a small party in our backyard, balloons, cake, a few close friends and family. Victoria arrived early, arms full of decorations she'd whipped up. She transformed our simple setup into a Pinterest explosion. Themed banners, a professional photographer she hired, and a custom cake that overshadowed the one I'd baked myself. During the smash cake moment, as Lily gleefully smeared frosting everywhere, Victoria scooped her up and posed for photos, saying, "My little angel, Grandma's got you." I felt a pang then, watching from the sidelines as she paraded Lily around like a trophy. Alex noticed my tension later that night. "Babe, she's just over the moon about Lily. Let her have her fun." I bit my tongue, not wanting to seem ungrateful. But the boundaries kept blurring. Victoria started calling Lily my girl in texts and posts on social media. Yes, she had her own album dedicated to Lily on Facebook, with captions like, "The child I never had, but fate blessed me with." She tagged me, but it felt invasive. Then came the unsolicited advice on everything. Sleep training. "I know a method that works wonders. Let me show you." Feeding. "Organic purees only, Sophia. I can make batches for you." Even discipline as Lily grew into a toddler. A firm hand early on prevents tantrums, trust me. I'd nod politely, but inside I was seething. Who was she to tell me how to raise my child? She wasn't even Alex's biological mom. She was the stepmom who'd enter the picture when he was already half-grown. The real turning point came last summer, when Lily was about 18 months old. Alex and I decided to take a weekend getaway, just the three of us, to a cabin by the lake. It was supposed to be our first family vacation, a chance to bond away from the daily grind. But 2 days before we left, Victoria called in tears. "Robert and I are going through a rough patch," she sobbed. "I need some time with Lily to lift my spirits. Could I watch her while you're gone?" Alex, ever the peacemaker, suggested we compromise, let Victoria come over for a playdate instead. I reluctantly agreed, but when she arrived, she packed an overnight bag just in case. That playdate turned into her staying for dinner, then bath time, then bedtime stories. By the time she left, Lily was calling her Gigi with giggles, and Victoria whispered to her, "Mommy's going away, but Gigi's here for you always." I confronted Alex that night. "This isn't normal, Alex. She's acting like she's Lily's mom, not me." He sighed, running a hand through his hair. "Soph, she's lonely. Robert travels a lot for work, and she never had bio kids. Lily fills that void." But I couldn't shake the unease. It felt like she was erasing me, bit by bit. Things hit a boiling point a few months later, during Thanksgiving. We hosted at our house, a cozy affair with Alex's dad, Victoria, my parents, and a couple of aunts. I spent days prepping: turkey, stuffing, pies from scratch. Lily, now 2 and full of energy, was my little helper, stirring batter with a wooden spoon. Victoria arrived with her own feast: casseroles, salads, even a glazed ham in case anyone prefers it. She swooped in, kissing Lily and saying, "Come to Mama Gigi. Let's show everyone how we bake cookies together." "Wait, what? Mama Gigi?" I froze, but the room was buzzing, so I let it slide. Dinner was tense for me. Victoria dominated the conversation, sharing stories of her adventures with Lily, trips to the zoo that I'd planned, playdates at the park, where she tagged along uninvited. My mom shot me concerned glances, but I plastered on a smile. After dessert, as we cleared plates, Lily toddled over to me, arms up. "Mama up," she demanded. Before I could respond, Victoria intercepted her. "Oh, sweetie, let Mama Gigi hold you. Your mommy's busy with dishes." Lily went willingly, and something in me snapped. I followed them to the living room, where Victoria was settling on the couch with Lily on her lap, reading a book she'd brought. "Victoria," I said, my voice steady but firm, "can we talk?" She looked up, all innocence. "Of course, dear. What's wrong?" I took a breath. "You've been wonderful with Lily, but you're overstepping. Calling yourself Mama Gigi? That's not okay. I'm her mom." Her face crumpled, tears welling. "Sophia, I never meant to upset you. Lily's like the daughter I never had. I just love her so much." Robert overheard and jumped in, defending her. "She's family, Sophia. Don't make this a big deal." Alex pulled me aside later, whispering, "You embarrassed her in front of everyone." I exploded in hushed tones. "Embarrassed her? She's the one acting like I'm the nanny." That night, after everyone left, we argued like never before. Alex admitted Victoria had confided in him about her fertility struggles years ago, how she'd always wanted a girl. "She sees Lily as a second chance," he said. "But at what cost?" "My role as mom." The next few weeks were a whirlwind. Victoria sent apology texts, but they were laced with guilt trips. "I miss my little girl so much. Hope you're not keeping her from me." She showed up at Lily's daycare unannounced, picking her up early to surprise you. The staff let her, since she was on the emergency list, thanks to Alex adding her without telling me. When I arrived to find them gone, my heart pounded. I called Alex in a panic. He said Victoria had texted him about a grandma-granddaughter day. I drove to their house, fuming. Confrontation number 2. I stormed in, demanding Lily. Victoria was in the kitchen, feeding her homemade applesauce. "Sophia, I thought you'd appreciate the help," she said calmly. Lily babbled happily, oblivious. "This isn't help, Victoria. This is you pretending you're her mother." Tears streamed down her face. "I never had a child of my own. Lily feels like mine. Please don't take that away." Robert tried mediating, but I was done. I scooped up Lily and left, telling Alex we needed space. That was 2 months ago. Since then, we've set boundaries. No unannounced visits, no picking up from daycare, and definitely no mama titles. Victoria's been distant, sending passive-aggressive cards like, "To my darling granddaughter, from Grandma who loves you from afar." Alex is torn, feeling guilty, but he's starting to see my side. My friends say I'm right to stand my ground, but Reddit, am I the asshole here? Is it wrong to gatekeep my own daughter from someone who loves her, even if it's obsessively? Or should I let Victoria have her second chance at motherhood? Part of me wonders if there's more to her story, maybe deeper pain than I know. But as I watch Lily play now, stacking blocks with that infectious laugh, I know one thing: she's mine. And no one, not even a well-meaning stepmother-in-law, gets to claim otherwise. What would you do?